Hey y'all, it's Jess Simonson. I promised a video to several of you from a post that I made on Facebook the other day about my working behind the scenes for the last 3 of 7 years online as a support chick. I don't mean that demeaning in any way. I'm a customer care specialist and I help with affiliate stuff, direct sales stuff, copywriting, and just the general support, go you stuff. And I've seen amazing things. People breaking through their limits. They're getting beyond their fears. And I've seen some really crappy, depressing behaviors that are common things that stop us. So I'll be as quick as possible. Pardon me, I'm likely to cuss. So first and foremost is the blame. I see just tons of blame. Whether it's blaming the product, blaming the computer, blaming the tech stuff, blaming the economy, whatever. None of that ultimately stops you. What's stopping you is you. And I'm sure you've heard that before, but basically that's the good news. If you play the blame game, you're going to stay stuck. Your relationships will suffer, you suffer, and your business is not going to go anywhere at all. So stop blaming everybody else. You are your own worst enemy. And that's the good news. The minute you start to understand that honoring who you are, where you're at, and where you've been, and then accept responsibility for your actions, not based on anybody else's stuff, your stuff, then you'll get to your breakthroughs. So quit with the blaming, because it solves nothing and you will stay stuck. The other thing is, like, I see a lot of inauthenticity, people not being themselves. They'll be one way on social media and say all these right things that they've heard and read and learned, but they're not really embodying it inside of themselves. It sounds pretty, right? But ultimately, unless you are practicing what you are preaching, unless you are truly being yourself, you're screwed. You're not going to move forward. And again, people will notice. They'll think something's a little off about you. And then you'll sit there and you'll start the blame thing again. Well, why doesn't anybody like me? Well, how can they like you when you're not being you? So be your authentic self. Another thing that happens often is I see a lack of kind of consciousness. Like, think for yourself first. Okay? Yes, follow the leader. Learn from them. They're amazing leaders out there. True, heart-centered, wise leaders online. Whether it's personally or professionally, you can find them. However, think for yourself. Do the whole, let me Google that for you. Just Google it yourself. It has to do with you being afraid that you're not good enough. Ultimately is what all of that comes down to. The simple fact is, you're good enough when you decide to be good enough. Everything comes down to a choice. So stop blaming. Think for yourself. And when you hear things, read things, learn things, take that in. How does that benefit me? How does that benefit my relationships? How does that benefit my business? And if something feels off, trust yourself. Take what you need and what feels right for you and work with that. If somebody says, you know, jump off the bridge, whatever. I mean, maybe jumping off the bridge that time would be a lot of fun and excitement for you and an adventure. And maybe sometimes jumping off the bridge is just fucking stupid. So decide for yourself. Think for yourself. Be yourself. And realize that the only thing getting in your way is you. Practice working through that stuff. And practice sounds hard. It's not. It's the little things we consistently do every day. So those are the main things I see behind the scenes that will stop you. And be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. You're gonna make mistakes. So are they. Let it go and learn from it and just let it be a result instead of a problem. So, peace out. Love y'all. Jess-Simonson.com. It's getting rebuilt and I'll get up more stuff soon. Might write a blog post about this. Let me know if you want that. Thanks much. See ya.